gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about
we left hook from Yaoundé came and landed on him, you know, so
let's go in there and get to do the scout.
I know you backed him, and to be honest, we all like him. Bryce Mitchell, your guy Fog Nasty against Ilia Topuria. How do you pronounce it? Topuria? I'm just going to call him Ilia. I don't want to destroy his name. From Georgia, I think he roots in Spain as well. I think he's from Georgia, but lives in Spain, trains in Spain.
Wow. As well. But yeah.
Wow. What a wow. Okay, excitement levels up now. What a fight.
What a fight.
Yo. I'm trying to get the juices. I'm trying to remember what happened. I just know, whoa. Yes. So when you put your calls in, you put, Fog Nasty was going to win. I was like, everyone's forgetting that Ilia, actually, just because he's turned into this guy who's happy with his hands, was 4 knockouts. Before that, he didn't have knockouts. All he had was 7 dirty submissions on his record, ground game. So I went back and started doing my due diligence or watching and going, everyone's talking about Bryce on the ground. I think Bryce is in trouble either way. I think this Ilia can bang, and this guy, if it goes down to the ground, Bryce is done. I was like, I don't actually know where Bryce is going to win. Ilia, that was one-sided domination, ground and feet.
Complete and utter. It was disgusting. And you're right. He's got that in his locker. And really, I should have probably noticed it because he beat, I think it was Eddie Hall. He beat before, who was just an out and out jiu-jitsu guy. When we talked to the last one in terms about how you don't like people that are one-dimensional. This guy Hall, he was proper one-dimensional. He'll just go to the ground and just do those rolls. But who like Ferguson rolls to try and get you in the leg lock and stuff? Yeah. And Topuria Ilia just starched him. But my word, his hands were on point. His boxing was on point.
Clean. Although, I would definitely say he needs to he probably needs to take off 5 to 10% of some of those swings, because it was because he was almost doing a Chandler at times where if they didn't connect, he was landing in the fence. And if you notice, when Bryce had his success, it was when he'd overdone it with the swing and Bryce would just go underneath with the underhook. That's whenever Bryce had a chance. It was off the back of Ilia's trying to put too much sauce into it, too much power into it. But geez, and you know what else I noticed? And I think he did damage to himself. Do you remember that he opened the fight with a leg kick from the, oh my gosh, that leg kick was disgusting. Bryce felt it. I think it was so, I think he didn't throw another one after that. Ilia didn't actually throw another kick after that. If you rewatch the fight, that was the only kick he threw. I think he went through his legs so much, it rocked his own legs.
That's the thing. It's a relatively new sort of shot in the UFC over the last 5-10 years, but it's damaging. It damages the person that throws it. It damages the person that receives it.
But that's why you got to give Yanni for so much credit. And I know he wears those little wrap things, but maybe those wrap things are what everyone else needs to be going down, because Yan was throwing those kicks with absolute frequency and just kept on going at it, and you could hear it. You could see the calves, both of his Ankalaev's calves, where Ilia threw one and it was one and done. He literally blew his load down. I bet he put all his power in that kick. But Bryce felt that.
And Bryce just quickly didn't have an answer to it. He couldn't get him down. Maybe he just was it one takedown he managed, really, and that was at the end of a round. He couldn't really.
End of round 1, I think it was. Yeah,
that's it. And Ilia, he went down when he rocked Bryce, went down with him. People and
the commentators are like, "Oh, I wouldn't have done that." You're done, and I was like, people haven't done their research.
Yeah, to be honest, I was rubbing my hands as well, because I was like, this is some nasty territory, back in Arkansas, all that jazz. But yeah, Ilia, fair play. He's good on the ground, he's good on the feet, and he's causing some heat in the press conferences with a certain Scouser, your best mate, Paddy the Baddy.
The Paddy wagon.
What do you think?
I'm not calling him a baddie. I'm calling him Paddy wagon. Oh yeah. Featherweight. Obviously, Paddy's a lightweight. Ilia's a featherweight. Yeah, that's not a big gap to make up. I think that's so doable.
Paddy ain't
What's
going.
that?
I said Ilia will have to go up, because
Yeah,
Paddy ain't coming down
100%.
anymore. Like,
100%. I think Ilia will starch him. I think Ilia will absolutely destroy him, and I'm talking about him taking 10% off of the power. He's not taking it off of Paddy. He's adding another 10% to those whipping like punches he's got. Disgusting.
it's ridiculous. On tonight's performance, yesterday night's performances. I'm sorry, Ilia does him. And you know what? Like, I was watching the Paddy fight. I'm just thinking, did your fight corner not tell you to block? How to block a like? His hands are just down all the time. Like,
I think they were shouting at him to also keep his chin down because his chin was up there as well, and they were talking about that in the commentary. And they're like, and then I think he listened once and put his chin down, but that's why the left hook was landing like money. I think he blocked it once. I remember, and that was after he'd taken about 6 or 7. And it was an instinctive block where Jawad had already gone low, and then they were grappling. And as he was like, Jawad's thing was as they come out of the grapple, he throws it over like an overhand left. And then I think from that time, I think he just timed it. It wasn't a case he was blocking; he just knew it was going to be there, so he put his hand up. But my goodness, head movement shocking. Like Ilia can actually box. He looks like a legit boxer. And this is a guy whose like specialty is in the ground, but he's clean with it. As crazy as I'm like saying, oh, some of it looked a bit wild. I think his landing percentage was like 64, 67%. So still very good, still efficient, and he's landing with intentions to kill.
That's it. And I'm sorry if somebody comes to him like that, like when Paddy not blocking, he puts him out. And this is a fight that could be a money fight, you know.
Absolutely starches it. And for me, you know, we've another reason to be excited. Another reason why I would love to see it next. I would love to see it at the numbered card in London in March.
Hey, that would be good. I would
love to see Paddy and his whole hype wagon, all there. Get it silenced. Putting their wigs in the bin. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. They are tunes. They are tunes. So I'll be there for that.
Yeah,
but after that, yo, I'm a user. I'll be there for the vibes. I'll be gun fingers and everything. Skanking out everything. And then after that, I just want to see him get absolutely starched right Ilia. I think that would be like who's he gonna fight next? Like who are they sitting Paddy up for next? Outside it, because the question got asked and Paddy was Dana was like he wasn't really a fan of it. He was quite, I think, because he knows my Paddy wagon just about made it tonight. Do I want to give him to someone who's gonna murder him?
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's not a fight that they need to make now. You know, it's I think it's a money fight. People know Ilia's name, people know Paddy's name. But yeah, for the UK numbered card, you know, it would be a good one. But Ilia, fair play to you. And he'll be looking for a title shot now. Well,
he said it. He said it. No, he called it. He said it. He said I'd like a title shot next.
It's true. So Volk's busy at the minute. There's another one going on for the interim, but hey, fair play. Let's see.
Yeah, he's probably only. I'd say I think next title shot too soon. I'd say another 2 wins, 100%.
Yeah.
If he gets another 2 in under his belt, then what? He beat Bryce. Bryce was I think number 9. He was 14th. Yeah.
He's gonna take.
So he's top 10 now.
Even one more fight, because that's
maybe
it's a competitive division, but I think a lot of people are booked there. Get another fight against another big Arnold Allen or something like that.
Oof. Tasty. I like that call as well. That's a tasty one.
You know, that could be, hey, get a new job. You know, matchmaking. Hunter Campbell is the call.
That will be tasty. So yeah, Ilia versus Paddy would be my dream matchup, just because it would have gone to decision. And Ilia's starching him. Again, not to get onto my Paddy wagon, but when you're at a press conference with multinational fighters and you're going, and the fighters who don't speak English are speaking English, and you're shouting at them, what? Huh? Speak English! Speak English! You can't even speak English! Absolute ignorance there. And I'm not a fan of that, because let's be honest, I'm English. I could say, well, I'm Nigerian, but you know, I was born in England. I don't claim England at all in that respect, but I was born here. I was raised here, and many other English people can say the only language we speak is English.
Yeah.
Whereas these fighters are all speaking, if they're speaking English, they're speaking at least 2 languages. It's usually 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So the disrespect to go speak English when you can't even speak great English yourself. Let's be honest, you're speaking Scouse. Nothing wrong with Scouse. I went to University of Liverpool. Beautiful people, amazing. Paddy's a scumbag. Speak English. I think some people should be pulling up people for that. And if people are too scared to do it, I'm not too scared to do it. And I would have do you know what? I actually visualize one day, do you know what's going to happen? I will meet Paddy. And I will say, Mr. Pimblett, sir, can we have a conversation? And I will literally articulate all my issues that I've had with him, just going, look, I would love to be a part of your team, whether it's PR, whether it's marketing, just to really show the true you. Because if you are trying to be like this darling mental health guy and all the rest of it, if it means so much to you, Mr. Pimblett, do it properly. Like, do the 360 view. You can't be something here and then speak English here. Like, who are you? You're really confusing the fan base right now. Like, be authentic, and if authentically you is to be this erratic, then yeah, like I said, then he's wearing mask and he's wearing mask depending on what his situation. And yes, is it all an act? Does he think he's Kobe? Is this an act? Is he trying to be the Kobe Covington? Because I don't think he's doing a good job of Big McNugget, because McNugget would have been fighting some numbered guys by now.
Man's killed him, man. You know, man's coming for him. Yo, Paddy, I don't want no beef, yeah.
Yo, no, I would love to have a conversation with him one-to-one. To be honest, if we blew up and he saw this podcast, one, he'd never chat to any of us because of me, probably. Facts. If this ever, so I know this for a fact. 2, he'd either see me in public and in front of people want to fight me. I'd love it. I'd love it if he came for me, because then we get millions of views. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
But 3, if he came to me like a man and said, yo, Lach, I want you be speaking shit to me about me. I want to have a conversation with you one-on-one. I think we'd actually leave the room. Like, we'd both be going to church together the following Sunday. I think we'd have a great conversation. I actually think we'd have a great conversation, because I think I'd be able to educate him on, because I genuinely don't think he has genuine people around him. I think that showed in the fight that they all thought he was winning. And that for me is quite scary. Yeah. It's either they're all yes men, or they knew the brown envelopes had already been passed to the judges. Boom.
Exactly. And that's exactly what Daniel was saying. Daniel was saying that's not good judging. Good judging is not telling your fighter you've won the rounds, which obviously that was what they were telling him. Yeah, I think it needs somebody around him, I think, in that camp to if he wants to get to the next level, definitely.
Facts. But anyway, enough of the paddy wagon, because I told you once I started, I won't be stopping. So if you Paddy fans want to get in the comments, do it with respect, because
let's see what you think.
Do your thing. I think the last fight do you know what? I could not believe that the middleweight bout on the main card between Till and Duplessis got out of that first round. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, Till's getting starched in 30 seconds. Okay, and then I thought, okay, he's gonna be Nicolas Cage gone in 60 seconds then. And then the time kept on going, and I was like, how's he still here? Yeah. It was a beat down that first round.
Massively. And fair play to him for showing that guts and that determination to stay in it. But for me, I'm just like, who's doing loads of things wrong? I'm like, why are you still in that position? Was he scared that he was going to get kneed if he was going to put he's going to take his knee off the ground? Or I know he's had his right arm locked.
Yeah, I was going to say his arm was locked in as well. Yeah.
Surely you can't just stay in that position. You have to do something. And he took too many of them. Even when
I think at one point when they were counting, it was like 65, 70 unanswered punches, significant strikes.
Mad, yeah. When I heard it was like 60-0, that's mad. And I was thinking, oh, okay, he's done. Because if he had lost that fight in that first round, he's not fighting again in the UFC. No chance. They
were meaty as well. They were meaty left hooks. They weren't little pity patter. He was going in.
He's a big lad, that guy. He's a big lad, big middleweight.
Stacked, absolutely stacked. And he came out fast, put it on him. I think should have taken him out. And then that second round, he 100% was gassed. He took the round off until started to piece him up. Till looked like good old Till. Like he was piecing him up he kept it long, clean with it. And I had flashbacks of, oh my gosh, yeah, this is the Till we miss. The clean with it Till, the gorilla. You could see it just coming in broad and closing the distance. Distance was perfect. Setting him up. You need to see the right hand and then slap with the left, like every time, like clean with it. I was like, woo. You just set him up again, slap.
It's true.
And then I was like, wow, like and again, I obviously it didn't get to be scored, but that for me, like, how could that not have been a 10-8? When I saw some of the commentators saying, oh, it was 19-19 after the second round, so I went, nah, man, you scored that first round 10-8. Easy.
It has to be a 10-8. Yeah.
I'm thinking 10-7 if you're allowed.
Yeah, there was just complete and utter domination. And I think it was DC that said it, and then maybe John Anik said something to him, was like, oh, it's got to be like a very dominant round sort of thing. And it almost like changed DC's mind. I'm like, no, that was the most dominant round of the whole of the card that I saw. It was ridiculous. And yeah, going into that, if it went the distance, yeah, he probably would have lost because he was losing that last third round as well. Yeah. I think
I would say to Till's credit, and I think he did very well, like just constantly communicating to the referee, because I think if he hadn't have done that, considering how close the referee was going to call it. But it was unfortunate he had to keep doing that because he was putting himself even more of a compromising position when he should have been defending and, like you said, getting out of that position where he had to like literally take a pause. But ref, I'm okay. Take about 3 or 4 to tell the ref that he was okay. Happened 4 times. Even Drukes said that. And I could hear the conversation between them. Like, I was there. Yeah. And the ref was like, I'm giving you 1 more minute. And then he said, oh, credit to Darren, because every time the referee was going in with the warning, he'd do something. Like he'd have a block or he'd get another inch off the ground or something. So I said he's obviously he's a fighter in that sense. But wow. If it hadn't been for Darren being actually vocalizing with the referee was calling it first round. It would have been done.
Yeah, in there, boom. A bit earlier as well, but yeah. So yeah, he's done well. But where do you think it goes for him? Because it's another loss.
Quickly on the finish, I was shocked at I was like, is that even in? It almost reminded me of the Vixen, Venezuelan Vixen versus Amanda first fight. Yeah. Where you're like, what? Did you get choked or did you just
Glover Yan as well?
Did you get choked or did you just quit?
He just quit. But
he did.
He did say he might have done his knee. Yeah.
ACL,
the other knee.
And I think I know when he did it, he went down awkward and his leg was like backwards. And I was like, oh, yeah. It was like in a scramble. It was quite obvious. I think a scramble in was it the second round, first round, something like that. But yeah, I mean, Drukes made some great points in the press conference, and he was like, look, I rate Darren Till was a great fighter. He's not a middleweight. He said it. He said his best hope at what he wants to achieve is down at welterweight. And hearing that, it was like, I'm like, what? And he said it so respectfully. I was like, do you know what? He might have a point. He might have a point, but then Darren's injuries and stuff, maybe that's why he's had to settle for middleweight, because he just can't get down to welterweight because his body won't allow him.
That's such an unfortunate time of injury. He's not been competitive at all because he's just not fought. Like I feel bad for him, to be honest. And he said he's had a great camp, and I've been keeping tracks of him in Thailand because he's been with that Brendan Loughnane who just won the PFL. And shout out to him, Manchester lad there as well. And they were both getting it, both doing the cardio and everything like that. And he was cornering him today as well. And he was telling Till, he's like, Darren, like, you're much more fitter than him. Come on, you've got this. Like, and I was thinking, they've got
the first round. Yeah, he said, look, you've taken his best. And look at him. He told him, look at him. And then Darren Till looks like around the corner. And yeah, you see the other side. He's breathing through his mouth. He's like, yeah, he like that's why he took the second round off, because he did go so hard in that first round. It was so clear. Yeah. But why didn't Darren do more to capitalize on that opportunity? Because he looked good, but he didn't get him out of there.
Yeah.
He was a wounded animal in the fact that his gas tank was gone in that second round, and he had to coast that round to get back into it in the third round.
But as he said in the press conference as well, he said, "If it's this South Africans always win the last round," he said. They always come back. So fair play to Plessis, and
good fight still. We didn't see the prelims, so I'm not going to go into that. Something I need to go back and watch and hear what the latest was. But it looks like on paper, round one finishes, round one finish, round two. Wait, it looks like it was one of those ones that it looks like a sleeper prelim that if you miss it, you might have actually seriously missed some real action. So gonna definitely go back and watch that.
Raul Jr. against 17.
Crazy. Heard he got a performance bonus, 50 grand, and he's buying his mama a minivan.
The one lad.
Sick. And then we'll quickly have a look at what's going next. So obviously that was the last numbered card of the year.
Yeah.
282. We got a fight night headed up by Cannonier Strickland.
Yeah, that's coming in a couple of weeks.
We got Gastelum Imamov. That's another fight night. Jan, the first card of 2023. That's Jan the 15th. Then we've already got the visuals up already. They didn't play the UFC 283 Teixeira versus Hill.
What have they already put it up?
It's already up.
They got the visuals. I'm
on the UFC website right now. Visuals announced, main event, bish bosh bash.
Yeah. Have you seen? I saw Hill's he put like an Instagram post on, and he was buzzing. He's like, I told y'all, be patient. It's his time, and I believe him. I back him, man. I back him. That's gonna be
interesting. And then that card is we've got bloody hell, Figueiredo Moreno 4 co-main.
Yes, that's gonna be.
I'm only breathing because I'm like flipping it. That's gonna be 100 miles per hour. I'm just getting my cardio trained up for that. 4th time, nuts. Burns Magny. Ooh, Burns Magny's on that. Same card, Brazilian, exactly. Burns. All the Brazilians are coming out to play. Murphy Andrade.
Okay, yeah. Jessica Andrade.
All the Brazilians. Oh my gosh, Shogun Wura is on the card.
Man, this has to be his retirement fight, man. Why is he still fighting? John Jones's first title win was against Shogun Rua. And sorry, he should have retired him. Yeah, he did retire him then. How in the heck is he still fighting in 2022? 2023, sorry. Nah, man, please.
2023, 283, baby. We got Paul Craig, Scotland's own versus Johnny Walker.
That'll be an interesting one. That'll be interesting, definitely.
It's looking like it's looking all right, that card. And then we got UFC 284, Feb the 12th. We got Makhachev versus Volk. Heading up that card, don't forget.
Yeah.
Only weeks away, February the 12th. It's going to fly by, baby. That's for the basically pound for pound number 1, isn't it?
Yeah, which I don't like. I don't like it. I don't want to see Makhachev pound for pound number 1 if he beats Volk. It's not.
But he is. He's going to be.
Well, that's not how it works. Because that's MMA maths. That's literally MMA maths. It doesn't work. It's not like a title. They can't calculate it like that.
Well, there's still going to be a belt. They're fighting for Makhachev's belt.
Yeah, but when we're mentioning that it's going to be pound for pound, and even Volk's mentioned, a pound for pound title.
I was going to say Volk's the one who sold it. Volk's the one who sold it in like that.
Yeah, he did. But I'm sorry, and it will be if.
And Volk was very clever. Volk was like, "We're fighting for your belt and my number 1 status," and I was like, to be honest, great sale.
It's a great sale, yeah, but it's just not fair. It's just not fair whatsoever. just because he beats like two guys. And to be honest,
just because he beats the number one, he's not allowed to be number one.
Oh, but come on, he beats the number one. But the odds are stacked against Volk in that fight. The odds are stacked against him. He's coming up a weight class. He's fighting the boogeyman of that division. The Khabib 2.0, better striking than Khabib. I don't know about the wrestling levels, but the wrestling levels seem to be very, very even. Like, he has to do more. He has to do more for me to get that number one. But
I'm excited. Whittaker Costa's also on that card.
yes.
And that's not even like, that's third down. So that's after Rodriguez Emmett, which I believe is for interim.
Featherweight, sorry, interim featherweight,
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a fight. Oh, yes, baby. Come on.
That's going to be violence, that card. And then let's see what else we can see in 2023. We're looking forward and getting excited. Everything is, they got the dates in, but although they've got no visuals, they've got UFC 286, Saturday, March the 18th, O2 Arena, London, baby! It's there.
It's happening.
It's there.
It's there.
It's real. Just waiting for those visuals. Waiting for Leon to sign the thing. Sign the thing, Leon.
That chai. Is it going to be Niger flags? Is it going to be Niger flags in the O2?
It's going to be, of course.
Come on.
Of course. Do you know what? It's going to be Niger flags, but I'm going to like in the corner of the Niger flag, and I'm going to be like headshot, headshot back. Just in case the Super Eagles get shot down again. I'm like, oh yeah, but I did say headshot back in the corner.
That's it.
Covered my bases.
And I heard that there's another fight that's been, I think it's been confirmed now. Dana said it. What's his name? Aljo versus Cejudo. Apparently that's either close to being confirmed or confirmed just for 2023. They didn't give a specific date, but that'd be interesting on that.
What, you reckon we'll get that in London as well as the co-main?
Oh, I don't know about in London. I mean, if they're going to do it, fair play. You can treat us like that, but...
I mean, I wouldn't mind being treated like that.
That's it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being treated like that. Come on, that would be sick.
But the fight itself...
I've just realised they've got two... They usually have the numbered events. It's usually a monthly gap between them. We got 285 on Sunday, March the 5th, and then 286 in London, March the 18th.
Fight goes together, that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe because of the dates, maybe they can only get spots in certain arenas and certain dates and whatnot. But,
oh no, hold on. Have I got that mixed up? Let me see. 285, March the 5th. Yeah, and you've even got a fight night in the middle, in the week in between. Oh my goodness. You got event Sunday, March the 5th, event fight night Saturday, March the 11th, then London 286, Saturday, March the 18th. That is nuts. And then you got a fight night the following weekend after that again. UFC want all the smoke next year.
That's it. Spoiling us. I'm sorry, this year's been bigger than ever, and next year is going to trump that as well. So,
this year was massive. Like, coming soon, we got to do our best fights. We did it last year. Got to do our best fights. We got to go back and revisit all our picks of who will be champions this year versus what happened. And we got to score our picks for the year, who was like wild off and who was spot on. We got to wrap up the year nicely for you guys.
I do that. We'll hopefully do that in person as well.
Well, yeah, we'll get that out for you. But this has been our review of terms of UFC 282 and a quick look forward at what's coming up next. Super excited to see London. We will be doing our utmost best to be in the arena, to be there that week, to be soaking up the vibes, to be bringing it to anyone who couldn't get a ticket in, anyone who couldn't be there, hopefully get some behind the scenes access. Nigeria are going to take over the O2. Standard is going to be vibes. But for now, that was UFC 282 preview show. Big up APL, who's living his best life in the island somewhere. When he comes back, he better be ripped and shredded. That's all I'm saying. This is your guy, Obasogi.
Okay, Mardy, as usual.
Yo, out. Over and out, baby.
Over and out.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about that.
Left hook from Yaoundé came and landed on him, you know, so